Ladies and gentlemen, the big one that we've all been waiting for the entire morning. Now, in the last 48 hours, the spotlight has been on a gentleman who only has not topped our musical charts, but has redefined the word cool in style, So one silky voice and one iconic outfit at a time. He brought us a perfect combi, moved all of us to Paris, where he got all of us dancing. First of all, we're singing to it. By the time we realized, we all became Terminators, dancing the same tune all around the world. It became a global anthem, and that has contributed to winning him the most coveted title at the TGMAs, the Artiste of the Year. Gregory, good morning.
Morning.
How tired are you?
Extremely, but hey,
I can imagine.
It's just because I had a late night, that's why.
I can imagine.
I'm excited to be here, so.
Good to have you too.
Yeah.
In the last 48 hours, would you be able to count the amount of congratulatory messages you've received?
No.
You won't be able to count?
No, even my mom called me, she's like, man, you try, man. I can't imagine yours, because even she's getting hella calls. So
Right.
I'm like, yeah, nah.
Right.
It's a lot of love and support, and it's just beautiful.
Okay. Yeah. Now, normally when they say congratulations, you will say thank you, right? To you, is it just generic, just to respond, or it carries a different meaning to say thank you this time around?
No, I mean, it does, because this is a feat I've never achieved, and it's just the emotions of, being in this position right now also means a lot to me.
Right.
So when I have people genuinely sending long paragraphs, when I'd usually say, yeah, thank you, but, now I'd be like, yo, yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you for your support, from the start, and, da-da-da-da-da. But, yeah, it means something different to me.
To you,
definitely does.
at the moment. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to take a look at your red carpet moment first of all. Sure. We'll get into your retro CEO style on Saturday. We'll get into that a bit later. But just to let you know that we are streaming live on Facebook. For those of you who don't have TV sets, you can watch us live on Facebook as well. And we're streaming live on radio, 3FM 92.7 at the same time. So you can get to listen to us on radio as well. The reigning Artiste of the Year is here, King Promise. Now, on the red carpet, I remember you were asked the very last question before you walked off with your swag. There was a question that was asked, and there was a certain answer you gave. Let's take a listen, and I'll ask you my question.
Bring him to the center.
Yes, come
King.
close.
This moment. The king has been
come
surrounded by the queens.
Let's check you out. Look at the swag. Talk to us. The fit is giving. Let me give you some space. What is the inspiration behind what you're wearing this evening?
Draft day. We call it draft day.
It's draft day. All right, and you're getting drafted into the big leagues.
First team.
Today is the day.
Yeah. First team, first pick. I'm just excited to be here. Had to look fly, as always. And, I'm a represent.
Who put you together tonight?
I did myself, I actually, I had the idea. And then literally, me and my boys had to find the stuff. And I went to the mall before I came to Ghana, so I just go find everything. But this was made by my guy called Harry Cotton. He's from here, so it's custom made. Yeah.
We love that. An ode to our Ghanaian designers doing it big. Tonight is a big one for you, as you should. Karen's Kakra. It's a big night for you, King Promise. Everybody wants to know, how excited are you? How ready are you for the night?
As you can tell, I'm super excited. My teeth is out the whole time, just grinning. But yeah, excited to be here tonight, excited to perform. I feel like I'm going to bring something we haven't seen before on the stage tonight, so that's exciting.
Are you the one that has that huge entourage? We had some concern. There's somebody bringing a whole city up on stage. Is that you, Promise?
My people showing me love, so that's beautiful. Everywhere I'm going, just a lot of love and support. So yeah, man, shout out to my people in the back with me, you understand? Yeah, man.
We love it. Kim Promise is here, nominated for some awards, and the big one tonight.
Can I run away?
You can run away.
One last question. What happens if you do not win Artist of the Year?
It's not happening.
Oh. All right, so that's the very question I want to ask. The answer you gave, was it very reflective of what you believed in before you went into the auditorium, or it was just a generic answer?
No, 100%. It's what I believed in, and I said this earlier on where I had like another interview and they asked me that same question. And I told them, I don't put that kind of energy in the air. You know, I try to stay positive. I mean, why put in the air that, yeah, if I don't? No, I don't believe in the ifs and we're getting it.
Right.
You know, it's really how I felt.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
This is a big one.
Yes.
You've waited for this for about 9 years, if I'm correct, because the first time you put out your first release was in 2016, Fuse ODG, Thank God. Was it that one?
I mean, yeah, but my first real release was 2017.
2017.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah,
Okay, yeah, I remember Oh Yeah, but before then was the Fuse ODG, Thank God.
Yeah.
If I ask you to describe your journey from, okay, so 2015 now, or 2017, Oh Yeah,
17,
to now 2025 Artiste of the Year, if you're to describe the whole journey in one word, what would it be?
I'll call it a blessing, you know?
Okay.
Because my life has changed. I've been able to change the life of my family as well. I've been able to represent my people. I've been able to grow as a, you know, not just as a man, but also as a cultural representative of, you know, where I'm from.
Okay.
And, you know, just the responsibility of being Ghanaian and, you know, touted as one of the best doing this from Africa means a lot to me. So for me, it's a blessing to be in this position.
Right. As a prelude to the big night, there was a lot of talk in town. The other contenders in the category, the rivalry was really high up there. And I remember when you had to pull a surprise on one of the talk shows in town, I think it was on UTV, just pulled a surprise on them and all of that. The rivalry that was going on, what type of energy did it give you?
Healthy competition. I kept saying that I believe in healthy competition. For me, it's not rivalry because everyone who was nominated or, you know, up for an award, they definitely deserve to be there.
Okay.
And for it to be something of a success, it had to be something of a challenge.
Right.
So for me, it wasn't really rivalry per se. It was just healthy competition. I'm like, may the best person win, even though it's going to be me.
Okay. Yeah. I remember one on stage you mentioned some time ago, still on the same scheme. You were nominated 7 times. You went home with nothing. And I remember last year you were tipped for the same Artiste of the Year. You still didn't get it. And I remember when there was a lot of talk in town, people were saying, and Kim Promise is not in touch with the fans. He doesn't do things in Ghana. He's always out there international. Did you hear all of that?
Yeah, I heard everything.
Which particular one got to you?
So the thing is, from when I started, I've had a very experienced team who have like grilled me for what this life will be like before I even go into it. So I try as much as possible to not let things get to me. I mean, obviously I'm human, so I'll be influenced by, you know, things here and there, or I'll feel a certain way about this and that, but I don't let it get to the extent where it will affect or dampen my spirit. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I do see things. Sometimes I just laugh. I'm like, because I know the truth, you know, and I know myself, and I know the journey I am on. So nothing you're going to say when you don't even know me personally is going to derail my movements. So yes, it will get to me. I'll feel a certain way, but we move. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay. Well, so my next question would be that looking at the contenders, especially in the big category of Artiste of the Year, what tipped the scale in your favor this time around?
I believe my work spoke for itself. I try to make sure I always put the music first. You know, whatever shenanigans follows, it's really like secondary for me. The primary thing is always the music. So, you know, in the year of review, my album that I dropped has done amazingly well. You know, I keep saying, like, usually when you drop an album, you know, when people are making, you know, a project together, it's like, you know, let's get one hit song or two, and then that's gonna carry the whole album. But I told myself, on this project, I'm going to make sure every song can stand on its own. So every song could be a single, every song has to be a hit. So it was a challenge to myself to make an album like that where you don't want to skip a song, you know? And God being so good, one album, several hits, you know, from Terminator to Paris to Perfect Combi to Favorite Story to Continental, like, you understand? So for me, it's just an achievement that I didn't compromise on. And the fact that people could tell and people also felt the same way about it gave me all the, like, the vim I needed to go out to know that, yo, this has to be mine. I just have to do a little extra push. So what we've done this year is we beefed up our, you know, presence on the local scene. Because I've always had PR. That's
so it means you listened to criticism then?
No, my team, of course. Like, we had conversations. They were like, Because I don't have no problem having PR. I've had PR in the UK and America for a while now.
Right.
But I'm from here. I live in Accra. So I'm like, why am I getting PR in Accra when I go to the interviews myself?
But times have changed.
Exactly. And also I was on tour. I wasn't even around when everything started. So then, you know, the name Tilly came up and I was like, you know what? Yeah,
She's
why
making
not?
some
Like,
sense, right?
yeah, why not? It sounds good. And checking the videos, I just had to let them know, you know, the kind of person I am. You just have to be careful what you say and how, you know, how da 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 da. But then, you know, we had Tilly, and then we had a lot of like just pushing, just press stuff, and you know, that's basically the only change we made. We didn't even make like any
Drastic.
Yeah, it was like just intentional. You know what I mean? Like I was like, you know what? Let me be more intentional this year. So that's the word, intentional.
So intentionality brought you this win. So for you yourself, what are the lessons you've drawn from this triumph?
To always believe in myself,
Okay.
which is my anthem in life, which I do, but also like just my guts, because however I felt, it's what I put my full like vim behind. Like my team and I, we just had a conversation. I'm like, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. And I listen. Let's do this. And however I felt and whatever, you know, my guts told me to do and we did, it's materialized into something beautiful. And also just not downplaying, you know, the fans.
Okay.
That's something I never do, and they always prove to me, right, that we got you.
Right.
You understand? Yeah.
Right. I listened to your acceptance speech, and one thing you said was that now that we've given you the mantle as Artiste of the Year, you do promise to do right by us. You're going to carry this mantle, and that's what I want us to take a look at, and we'll be back in studio.
Yeah. Can I make a speech? Let me hear you say 5-star. Say 5-star. When I was coming here, you guys know I've been here a couple of times and I've gone home, you know? So I didn't write a speech. And then Kilby's told me in the car, I have a feeling, so write a speech. So I wrote a little something. I didn't want to mess up over here, okay? So just listen to me, okay? First of all, I want to say praises to the Almighty God. Praises to Jesus Christ. I want to say thank you to one man who changed my life. Kill Beats and Legacy Life Entertainment right here on my right. I want to say thank you to my well-able team. Quaps, Funks, Erasmus, Gourmet, Gemma, Endo. God bless you guys. I want to say shouts to Curtis, Skanky, and all my brothers who stay with me every time and make sure I'm good. I want to say thank you to my parents and my siblings. This is my mother right here, guys. Happy Mother's Day to my mother. I'm so honored and proud that on a day like this, I get to spend it with my family. Mommy, thank you for believing in me. You never stopped me when I started making music and I was still in school. And today, look at us. We're here today. I want to say a big thank you to Dance God Lloyd and his team. A big thank you to my dad who's here as well. A big thank you to 5K and Sony Music. And the last one, a big thank you to the best fans in the world. Listen, if any young person is watching me right now who has a dream, use me as an example of resilience. My first year when I broke out on the scene, I had 7 nominations and I left with 0. While some people laugh, I just work harder because I believe in God's timing. Today, I am the chosen one. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you, Charterhouse. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. It's Ghana to the world. I want to tell you.
Indeed, the chosen one for the year 2025. He is the reigning Artiste of the Year. I'll say it again and again and again. Congratulations.
Thank
That
you.
must feel different right now, right?
It does.
How big are your shoes? at this moment? Because they've always been big, but how big are they right now?
No, it's beautiful. It's a nice position to be in, where it's like, you know, you're the chosen one.
Right.
Yeah, I've always felt, you know, me being the chosen one from the start of my career till today. So just being crowned that is just like, it's beautiful to feel.
So you feel you deserved it, and if you didn't win this, would you have felt cheated?
I guess we'll never know.
Because it didn't happen, right? I see. But let me ask you what differently you're going to be doing with this new title, Artiste of the Year. Because I did hear you say that you're going to be carrying this as high as possible.
The thing is,
what are you going to do?
The thing is, I have been doing it. Like, a lot of things that I have done with the music, from when I came on the scene till now, I have been pushing the agenda, Ghana to the world. Like, you should see the tours when we travel. I was the first African to do some parts in Asia, you know, Singapore.
I remember the Singapore
I did
one.
Bali, I did Jakarta, sold out Japan, went to Bahrain, Dubai, done Australia, I've done Europe, I just finished America. So even in Africa last year, I headlined so many festivals, you know, on this continent itself. And this is something that I don't take lightly, you know. For me, literally being out there and representing my people, because we see how Afrobeat is taking over the world and how some of our cousins from other countries are waving the flag and pushing boundaries. And for me, I believe it's a step in the right direction as Ghanaians that we come together as well, because we should be able to attain that as well. And if it takes me to spearhead that, I'm ready for it. You know what I mean? And I believe that what we've been doing has been a step in the right direction. But what you guys have done, which is giving me, you know, the armor to even fight harder, it's what's going to even make it more beautiful, because with you guys by my back, like behind me, there's no way we can't win.
Since you've talked about Afrobeats, let's throw some light on it, because that night as well, you didn't just emerge as Artiste of the Year, you won the Afrobeat Artiste of the Year, and your song Paris also won the Afrobeat Song of the Year. And this isn't the only year that you've won that. You won that last year as well, so it's been back-to-back for you as well.
It's very personal for me. Like I said, Afrobeat is, I feel like, so my definition of Afrobeat is our music as Africans, right? Be it high life, be it whatever, and then the cut across thing about it going beyond our shores and it not just being for the people back home is what Afrobeat does. So for me, like I said on the stage, people like R2B's inspired me, because they didn't make music for us who are just home, but people in the diaspora love it as well. So it's like it goes beyond the shores of our country, and that's what I literally represent, taking our music beyond. So you don't necessarily have to understand my language and everything I speak, but you can tell where I'm from in the music. So there's identity in it, but there's also relatability in it, regardless cultures and background. You know what I mean? So that is the epitome of what I stand for.
Exactly, and it's been back-to-back for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And not only that, you also won EP/Album of the Year. And I remember just moments ago when you mentioned being intentional about every single song that you put on the album. What weight does that carry for you as well?
I try not to put no weight on myself when I'm making an album.
Okay.
Like I've never been to the studio and be like, I have to make a hit today. That's not my style.
Music.
I just go in the studio and I make music that I love. Only thing I am very intentional about how my sound should sound, so I don't just do whatever. I do experiment, but I have fun with it.
Okay.
So I'm in the studio just doing what I love. Me and my guys, we just go back and forth on ideas, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I feel like I have a very experienced team as well, like I said earlier, who points me in the right direction. And if anything, they kind of like steer and help me, you know, because it's not just me, it takes an army, yo. There's a whole family behind my back, putting me here today. You know what I mean?
You know, oftentimes when you win like this, the concentration is just on Artiste of the Year. But there are sound engineers who make sure that your sound, like you talked about, is up and popping. There are producers as well. And in contemporary times, there's been dance challenges as well. And I was happy when you mentioned Dance God Lord. How grateful are you to some of these people who've helped propel you to this point? I'm
absolutely grateful. They play a very integral part. People like Dance God. You can see what dance is doing right now. You know what I mean? It's not just, you know, them being dancers, but them actually influencing the culture and how far things travel with the help of TikTok and other apps. So when I made Terminator, I had never had a dance routine for a song. But, you know, that's my boy. Like from my very first song, Oh Yeah, he was with me. like I remember when he started, when I started. So I told the guys, you know what? I'm gonna call my guy, tell him I have this, and let's see what we can come up with. So I just called him, he came by the house, and with how successful Terminator has been, it was a no-brainer, we're gonna continue it, you know? So I'm happy for him as well, because the reach after all of that is just beautiful, and I just see him grow with this new group and all of that. Just to have a hand in that as well is amazing, you know what I mean? So
look, it's only right, guys, bring the song. It's only right that we take a look at this video again. This is Terminator by King Promise.
Long as it's what I want me, I'm okay.
So I was caught red-handed on camera. What will be? Where he be? Yeah, 5-star General still in studio. So there are 2 remixes to this song.
Yeah.
The one with Young John here, and then
Tiwa Savage and
Sean Paul. What made you do the second remix?
I just wanted like another version of it,
right?
And more like have another global artist on it,
right?
Basically, just for reach. And Sean Paul is someone who's a legend. Like Beyonce did remixes for Sean Paul,
right?
And that's like when I was growing up, when Sean Paul does a remix, it's going crazy, and he's still doing it. So it was great. And then I hit up Tiwa as well, because I wanted a female on the record as well.
Okay.
And yeah, that's basically what it was.
I'm on our social media feed right now, especially on Facebook. A few questions are coming from Facebook for you. And Adia Pena says I should ask you, no, Yao Dako actually says I should ask you what you think about R2B's presence in your career.
That's family. Those are my big brothers. They've supported me from the start and helped with direction. Like I said, before I came on the scene, I was just in school, and these are legends I used to listen to in class.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So just having them back me and telling me, oh, you got this, was a lot for me.
Right,
yeah.
Right. And many congratulatory messages are pouring in for you. And one that I saw was from King Paluta. Are you guys friends?
Not friends per se.
Okay.
Because I don't think we've met and had like a conversation before.
Wow.
But I love his music.
Right.
So yeah.
Which of his songs do you like?
Go in, mama.
All right, so he was one of the people who sent you the message, and then he added a picky, to the message. But how many people in the Artiste of the Year category have extended congratulations to you?
I don't really know, maybe they have and I haven't checked. Because I try to enjoy the moment. Since last night, I've been trying not to really be on my phone too much.
You haven't slept, you've been everywhere.
I'm sorry, you see the way I come on my eyes?
I know.
Yeah. So I haven't checked, so I don't want to say, maybe someone has messaged me, I don't know. But I definitely know Kim Paluta hit me.
Okay.
So that was nice. And I see a few as well. Charles Kwesi out there as well.
Okay.
I met Kiddy last night. He came over and said, congrats as well.
Right.
I was with Payday of RTVs yesterday. So yeah, these are the few. Yeah.
Nice. Did you guys do anything special yesterday for Mother's Day?
That was a special thing about it. Just spending that night with my family. My mom, she had to go to sleep.
I know,
She was there till like 4, so she was tired. But we, went to the club, had a few drinks, and just celebrated and went home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gregory, we're about to say, I beg your pardon, we're about to say...
I like how you say my name.
Gregory, right? Thank you. Now, we're about to say goodbye, but tell us, what's the blueprint? It's only May 2025.
Yeah.
What's the rest of the year looking like for you?
A lot more music. Like I said, having this award and having this recognition, for me, is more armor to take this to the world and let them know, hey, my people said I am the guy, so you can't play with us.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I don't want it to be just me going through that door. I want it to be me and the rest of my people going through that door. So for me, whichever way, in collaborations and just conversations and, the things I've done that there was no templates for me when I did them that I have done now. There are people before me who's done things that I haven't done as well. So basically us coming together and pushing is very important to me. So for me, more music, more collaborations, more videos, and yeah, it's Ghana to the world, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you had one sentence for the fans out there, those who stuck with you through thick and thin when the criticism was pouring in, everybody saying all sorts about you, what would you say to them?
One sentence?
Yes.
God bless you.
Amen. On that note, we'll say thank you for coming in studio to celebrate your win with us this morning.
Thank you for
It was
having me.
very, very well deserved. Congratulations to you.
All right, don't
We
worry,
look
my job.
Numa Jobo home. Maybe by release Lala Koklo. When is the new one? Well, this year no Ebaba.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay.
I've been working on a new. Okay, I'll just say. I'm
Just
working
say
on
it, baby boy.
I've been working on a new project. So,
Okay.
because I'm an album person, I like to put together a body of work.
Okay.
So that I don't, starve you guys for too long and not just one single, but there's so much to listen to. So I'm working on new music, which is Ibaba version.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. You had a very phenomenal performance at the the day. I beg your pardon, TGMAs that day. How much work did you put into that though? Because it was beautiful.
A lot.
A lot of work,
It was a
right?
lot, but I mean, that's what you do if you're trying to achieve excellence. You know what I mean? So I wasn't trying to cut corners. I wasn't trying to do anything mediocre. You know, the money that was spent on it, the individuals that we used, like I made sure everyone was like, shout out to my team, man. They did a good job to, put all of that together.
Right.
And I just was the creative mind. I'm like, okay, I want this, I want this, I want this.
Right.
How can we make it happen? And like, okay, let's change that. So I'm glad it came together well. Bigger and better things.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, that's your Artiste of the Year 2025. How high has the rate card gone? What's the percentage of the rate
My
card now?
stocks is high, baby.
I can imagine.
Stocks is on the rise,
we
it's
are
on the rise.
readjusting our prices. Now, when you're calling us, know that you're talking to the Artiste of the Year. So get your moolah ready before you talk to us. Congratulations to you,
Thank you so
King
much.
Promise. But he's got some thank yous to say. A lot of people, I can imagine. But let's just do the needful.
Honestly, the people I'd like to say thank you to, I said to on the stage.
Okay.
But I don't like to mention names because then you forget some names.
know, right?
Why did you say this?
I know.
But there are a few people that I didn't mention on the stage that I say now. So big thank you to Tilly. She done a great job. Big thank you to Safo. Behind the scenes, done a great job. My DJ RB Nice.
Right.
And then my videographer Derek.
All
Yeah,
right.
and everybody else. I
Okay.
love you guys. If I didn't mention your
Right.
name, it's love.
Yaodaku says, when are you going to do a collab with Kwesi Arthur and R2Bs?
I mean, we already did on Boys Casa.
Okay.
But I don't think I'm allowed to say it because it's not my song.
Right.
I just did a new song with Kwesi Arthur.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's not out yet,
No,
is
it's
it?
not. It's crazy.
Oh, wow.
It's so good.
Okay.
I can't wait for you guys to hear it.
I'm waiting for it as well. Now, someone is asking, Abdul says, okay, that's not Abdul, Sanchez, he's a blogger. He says you haven't mentioned Sarkodie because he believes he's played a role in
Yeah, of course.
your
I
career.
mention Sarkodie all the time, guys.
Okay.
Everyone knows that's my godfather.
Right.
Yeah, that's
so you
my
still have
OG.
that relationship with
I speak to him. Like when I immediately won the award, he's one of the first people who messaged me.
Oh, wow.
And we spoke, and I told him I'm glad I can make him proud.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
As a big brother and just having an influence on my direction in life is, for me, it's fulfilling to see that he's also fulfilled, that
Right.
he did something nice. So yeah, shouts to King Sark, man.
Gregory, do you see yourself winning Artiste of the Year again?
I'm trying to do it back to back.
Okay. Thank you for coming.
Thank
so
you
that's
for
been
having
Kim Promise right here in the studio. The buzz is on. Everybody's talking about him. Let's keep the conversation going. Hashtag is TV3 New Day. We wish you all the very best. And as you've said, you're trying to win it back to back, back to back. You'll be back next year. Yeah.